Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today is Tuesday, the 24th of March, and it's also the first day of the UK lockdown. So first of all, I'd like to just mention that in my last video, which was on Thursday, when I said that there might be a lockdown tomorrow because I'd heard that there might have been on Friday, but that was the day that schools shut and a lot of other places shut as well by law. But the actual full lockdown was only announced obviously 8:30 last night. For starting today was the first whole day of lockdown. So I just want to first start off by saying that in my video on Thursday I was talking just about the UK, and I realised in hindsight afterwards that that sounded a bit like I'm forgetting other countries. So obviously when I was sending out best wishes to everyone, I meant everyone in all countries everywhere around the world. I didn't just mean the UK. Obviously it starts in China and it's affecting loads and loads of different countries now everywhere, including in Europe, not just the UK. So yeah, I am thinking of Spain, Italy, France and everywhere else that's affected as well. And it's just that I was just talking about the UK because that is obviously closer to home, where I am, where I know what's going on. If you're in the UK or anywhere else in the world that is in lockdown, please listen to the rules and obey them, because what's really scaring me is that there are still a lot of people in the UK not taking the lockdown seriously. The lockdown means that they're not going out apart from to very specific places or for exercise for 20 minutes a day, just once a day at the moment. I don't know if it's going to change soon. Those are actual rules, not just guidelines, not just suggestions or advice, actual rules now, because before people really weren't taking the distancing, physical distancing. It's called social distancing. I like to call it physical social distancing. They weren't taking that seriously. So obviously we had to go into lockdown and make it stricter. And some people are still not sticking to the rules, and it is so important that we do. Those people don't seem to be realising that this virus is literally killing humans, mostly old or at risk, higher risk groups, but anyone potentially. So it is really crucial. And obviously I'm not saying that certain people are more important than others. Whether you're at high risk or you're not, you still don't want to die. So it's really crucial that we do our best to stop the virus, to prevent it from spreading as much as possible to everybody, so that everybody is safe. But obviously just the high risk people are more likely to be affected by it. I'm not saying anyone is more or less important than anyone else, but it's so crucial that we stick to the rules that our government has told us to stick to now, because it's not just a case of, it's not like being at school breaking the school rules, where it's a bit like things like I remember people sat on tables when they were not allowed to. That was against the school rules. Chewing gum, mobile phones out of lockers, all these things were school rules that school kids love to break. And those sorts of school rules are just to keep things under control within the school. They are not a matter of life or death. So people like to be like rebellious and not stick to the school rules and say that rules are made to be broken. And that is understandable in a school setting, but this seriously is a matter of life or death. So why some people are still not taking it seriously and deciding not to stick to the rules, choosing to be a rebel, I don't think they've quite got it yet. If you're one of those people, please listen, because we don't want this virus to carry on spreading, making people ill and literally killing people at the end of the day. This is so important, and I think the government need to clamp down on it even more so. Please listen. I'm talking to everybody when I say this. I do not want lives to be put at risk because some people have not listened to the government's advice and gone out for unnecessary trips when they don't need to. So that's my rant. And also I'd like to say that now that we're in lockdown, I will be doing more videos, partly to make suggestions for things to do at home to prevent boredom, because obviously that is a worry as well, as we're all having to stay in more and not go out to places we love going to. I think as a species in the UK today, we take for granted that we can go out to pubs, restaurants, meet up with friends, go out for the day, go away for the weekend. We take all this for granted, and this is a massive wake-up call to actually how lucky we are, I think, to have been able to do all these things in the up until this point, and afterwards to usually be able to do all these things. If you've still got a roof over your head, then you are still really privileged, and I am including myself in that. Obviously for some people it's a real worry as well. Like I mentioned in my last video, I am really concerned for people that have to stop working and cannot afford to pay their rent or their mortgage or their bills and everything else, and I really, really wish all those people the best and hope that they get that 80% at least of their wages or salary from the government, including self-employed people. They haven't actually, as far as I know, the government haven't actually announced yet what they're going to do about self-employed people. They're still considering it, so I really hope that self-employed people will be all right as well. So yeah, just wishing you all the best and expect more videos to come very soon. And please try your best not to get bored at home. Remember, you can talk to people, you can pick up the phone, especially if you live with other people. Even if you don't, it's so easy to contact people. Stay in touch with family and friends, and if you have a garden, use it. And while we're allowed to go out for, I think it's 20 minutes once a day for exercise, do that. It's nice to get fresh air. We're really lucky at the moment. The weather is really nice in the south anyway. And things like, there's so many things. Some people are saying they're bored at home, but there are so many things we can do at home, not just watching Netflix and YouTube and going on the internet. Those things are great, but also whatever you have at home to do, books to read, magazines to read, or if you have board games, card games, recipes you want to try out. There are so many things. Oh, exercise, there's loads of ways you can do exercise at home as well, of course. You can have a workout, do yoga, dancing, singing. Not that that's exercise. If you have a musical instrument, you can play that. Don't let it get dusty. Whatever you've got at home, whatever you have in, whatever belongings you have in your possession, now's a better time than ever to make use of them rather than just getting bored. I just feel frustrated hearing people say they're bored, and I'm just like, there's no reason to be. We have things to do. For most people, anyway, okay, I get for some people, they might not have much to do and might get bored, and that's unfortunate. But for most of us, I think we can find plenty to do. So yeah, I will be posting some videos soon showing some of the stuff that I'm doing to not get bored in the first place. Some fun stuff that I like doing at home. And yeah, I will show you some of that stuff. What I'm planning to do is some artwork and trying out some new recipes as well, and spending time in the garden or going for a walk when I can and when the weather's nice. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.